So I poked the bear last night, and the response was fantastic. Uh, Tess Holiday put out some condescending tweet, and I responded to it by calling her out for being the fat, slovenly cow that she is. She responds, well, she quote tweets me and says, "Yeah, well, I have sex every day with my husband. Today, twice." Or something stupid like that. Congratulations, you found someone who wants to slap the fat wave and write it in. Congratulations, you're doing great. Your job is in beauty and marketing. You're supposed to be professionally healthy and beautiful, and you're at least 200 pounds obese. I'm surprised you can move under your own locomotion. There are any number of realistic situations that you can find yourself in where having either the litheness to snake your way out of the situation or the upper body strength to pull yourself out of the situation would save your life. I see these situations in the news every day, and you are physically incapable of doing that. So the torrent, well, I wouldn't call it a torrent, it was kind of a light drizzle. I had about 30 messages in my inbox. It was kind of fantastic waking up to it. The level of vitriol that I got from these people, it was amazing. Pretty much every single one of them in some way tweeted one of my old profile photos back at me saying, "Who are you to talk? You're basically using shaming language and saying that I'm not good looking." And I'm just laughing to myself because these people are really pathetic defending someone who is so obviously morbidly obese to the point where I would be surprised if she makes it another 5 years without a massive coronary. Yeah, I used to be a big boy. I've dropped about 60 pounds of fat mass in the last 2 years. That's raw fat mass. Actually, probably more than that. My scale weight is only down 60 pounds, but my body composition, I've probably cut close to 100 to 120 pounds of body fat and replaced about half of that. So I've recovered a significant number of that as body muscle. I know that I used to be a fat, slovenly cow, but my job was never in beauty. My job was never selling people clothing. I've always been cerebral. I've always been a programmer. And I don't have to sell people shit. I don't have to encourage people to live by my lifestyle. If you want to do what I do, it's not hard. It just requires consistent effort. I mean, in the last 7 months, I've dropped 20 pounds on the scale, cut 5 minutes off my mile time, dropped my resting heart rate by 20%. My blood pressure is between 111 and 117 over about 60, which is very good. I have the vitals of a professional athlete just from daily strenuous physical exercise. Anybody can do what I do. Yeah, I was amused. It was a fun night. Well, I wasn't awake for it, but it was fun to wake up to in the morning. Twitter is a magical place.
To preserve the integrity of the record, here are a handful of the tweets and my responses that I woke up to this morning. It was magical. I fucking love Twitter sometimes. Getting this kind of an emotional response from people who are so easily provoked, it's a magical place. Get some thicker skin. Your idol isn't healthy. She's gonna die horribly. She probably won't live long enough to spend her money. Nobody wants to hire her because she's not attractive. And she's not attractive because she's made a lot of really bad decisions. We're going to have a small station break here. I've never been called a fat loser who lives in his mom's basement and only plays video games. I've never been called that before. Honey, you need better material. I know it's hard. I know you're only a woman, but come on, try harder. Oh, look, someone else trying to fat shame me. When I'm uploading progress information as I'm transforming my body, and I actually know that I happen to look good in that photo, I'm particularly proud of my response, and I didn't include it here. I responded, maybe it's the leg that has an 8-minute mile, or maybe it's the leg with a 48 resting heart rate, or maybe it's the leg with 117/60 mmHg, that's my blood pressure, or maybe it's the one that's 14% body fat. I was smug. It was wonderful. I'm also very proud of this response. An overweight, obvious alcoholic with a crazy cat in her Twitter profile banner is calling me out and saying that she would fuck me up. So not only is she stepping up my mockery and satire with threats of physical violence, but she is demonstrably an alcoholic who makes poor life decisions. I'm particularly proud of my quip that a 15-year-old boy could probably kick her ass, because it's true. Biology's a bitch. Puberty was not kind to you. Testosterone is a thing, sexual dimorphism is real, and yeah, come at me. You're welcome to. Come at me. I don't expect any of Tess Holliday's fans to do any kind of critical thinking or reading. I don't expect them to understand how mockery and satire works, and I'm particularly proud of this quip, because I called her out on her bullshit, and I managed to do it in under 140 characters. Alright, here's the icing on the cake. I didn't notice this until I had finished rendering the video, and I had to come back in and re-render it. This is just the icing on the cake. I am now blocked by Tess Holliday. Get fucked, you fat cow, because you're gonna die. I'm trying to help you and save your life, and you're going to die. Horribly.